What if I told you that, at the silent and infinite heart of the universe, there exists a black hole so mysterious that, instead of being only a dark abyss, it emits a soft, delicate melody, almost like a cosmic lullaby. Imagine, for a moment, that you are lying down, ready to rest, and this lullaby travels across the stars until it reaches you, wrapping your mind and your heart in waves of calm and comfort. This is the doorway to a journey that is not only among the stars but also within yourself, leading you toward deep rest and restorative sleep. For thousands of years, human beings have looked at the night sky searching for answers, fearing the darkness and venerating the light of the stars. But in this story, darkness is not a threat, it is a refuge. The black hole, often described as a devourer of everything, transforms here into a guardian. Instead of destruction, it creates a unique, vibrant melody capable of calming thoughts, dissolving worries, and cradling even the most restless soul in serenity. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the scene. You drift through space, crossing constellations, gliding past colorful nebulae, leaving behind the rush of Earth. The silence of the universe is immense, but suddenly, it is filled with music. A song not played by instruments but woven from invisible waves of energy. Each note feels as if it is made of light that never fades, of memories of ancient stars, of echoes from distant worlds. This song has no hurry. It unfolds slowly, as though it honors the natural rhythm of breathing. It is a melody that adjusts to your body, finding the exact frequency of your tranquility. As you listen, you feel each muscle loosen, each heavy thought dissolve, each heartbeat align with the soft tempo of the universe. And in that moment, you discover that you are not simply hearing music, you are hearing the universe itself speaking to you. The black hole, this cosmic mystery so often feared, reveals its hidden face, that of a guardian of rest, a composer of dreams, a storyteller of tales no one could ever forget. The more you listen, the closer the melody comes to your inner being. It does not only enter through the ears, it travels across your skin, flows through your bones, touches your mind, and reaches your heart. It feels as if each note is whispering, "You are safe. You may rest. There is no danger here, only comfort. There is no ending here, only continuity in the form of calm." This opening is the portal. It is not simply the beginning of a narrative, it is the beginning of a transformation. Because every word, every sound, every pause has been woven together to guide you into a state of deep relaxation. There is no effort required. There are no goals to achieve. Only the invitation to let yourself be guided, as though the entire universe has composed a lullaby only for you, in this very night. As the black hole's lullaby continues, you feel your body sink gently into the bed, as if cosmic gravity itself is holding you. But this gravity does not pull you into emptiness, it pulls you into rest. Deeper and deeper, lighter and lighter, calmer and calmer. Now, the question that opened this journey is no longer just curiosity but living experience. What if I told you that there is a black hole that sings a lullaby? You no longer simply believe. You are already listening. And as you listen, you are already beginning to fall asleep. Close your eyes. Allow yourself to disconnect for a moment from the rush of the day, from the voices of the mind, from the noises that insist on remaining present. Inhale softly. Exhale slowly. Feel how the air enters and leaves in a natural rhythm, simple, effortless. Little by little, imagine that Earth's gravity no longer holds you. Your body becomes light, so light that it begins to float. The weight of thoughts, of worries, of memories dissolves, like dust carried away by the wind. Now, picture yourself rising above your bed, passing through the ceiling, ascending without limits. The world below grows small, streets, houses, cities vanishing into a soft haze. You continue to rise, crossing clouds illuminated by the moon. With every meter you drift farther from Earth, calmness expands. There is no urgency. You do not need to move. It is as though the universe itself is guiding you upward, with gentleness and certainty. Soon, the clouds give way to the starry sky. Thousands of points of light shine around you. Some stars twinkle as if smiling at you. Others remain steady, radiating trust. You are among them, embraced, protected. The cold of space does not touch you. There is only comfort. Feel yourself as part of the cosmos, as though your breathing is in perfect harmony with the pulse of galaxies. As you drift higher, notice that you are not alone. The light of the stars forms pathways, almost like glowing roads of energy, guiding you forward. Each star seems to tell a story, each sparkle holds memories of ancient worlds, each flare echoes songs that only the ears of the soul can hear. You pass through a majestic nebula. Colors spread before you, deep blues, mystical violets, shimmering gold. They move slowly, like living brushstrokes across a cosmic canvas. This cloud of light and dust does not cover you in darkness but in poetry. Breathe in this scene. Imagine the color entering you, filling you with serenity, as if each shade healed a fragment of restlessness. Continue to drift. There is no effort. Space itself carries you, like an invisible current that knows the destination. Time dissolves. There are no minutes or hours. There is only vast stillness, the eternal now. With each moment, your mind relaxes further. Your shoulders release their tension. Your breath deepens. Your heart finds its natural rhythm. Ahead, you see a luminous spiral. It turns slowly, softly, as though it is dancing for you. It is an entire galaxy, turning in cosmic silence, yet even from such distance, you feel you belong to it. You are drawn closer, not by effort, but because its very energy calls you in. The nearer you come, the more you sense that every star in this galaxy beats in harmony with your own being. It feels as if the entire universe has tuned itself to your rest. Now, imagine that this galaxy opens a secret passage. The stars shift slightly, revealing a corridor of golden light. That is where you must go. Float gently, feeling the soft warmth of this light. It is warmth that does not burn, but embraces. It does not weigh, but sustains. You move through the corridor, deeper and deeper, calmer and calmer. At the end of this path, a dark point appears, but there is no fear in it. This void is different, welcoming, as if it were the heart of the cosmos itself. And from that dark point, something unexpected begins to emerge, a melody. It is not ordinary sound. It is vibration that touches not only your ears but your skin, your bones, your breath. A song created to guide, to cradle, to soothe. Let yourself move closer. Feel the music flow through the silence. Each note dissolves what remains of agitation. Each chord eases a thought. Each vibration is like an invisible embrace. You realize that space is not empty. It is filled with the poetry of the song. Now you are not only drifting through space. You are drifting within the melody itself. It is as though you are being carried in the arms of a cosmic song, one that knows your fears, your hopes, your unspoken needs, and transforms them all into serenity. There is nothing to fear. There is nothing to control. Simply allow yourself to be carried. This is the invitation to the journey, to cross stars, to pass through nebulae, to follow pathways of light until you arrive at the secret place where science meets poetry, where mystery and calm become one, where a black hole sings a lullaby created only for you. And as you listen, as you feel, as you drift, you realize that you are already entering the realm of rest. The journey has begun, and it is designed to lead you, step by step, breath by breath, into the deep sleep that awaits you. Feel your body floating gently, as though gravity has disappeared. Let the last sounds of earth dissolve until nothing remains. Little by little, notice that there is no more noise. No footsteps. No voices. No wind. Only absolute silence, profound and welcoming. This silence is not empty. It is full of presence, full of calm, full of a serenity that wraps around every part of you. It is like an invisible mantle covering body and mind, pushing away any trace of haste or agitation. You discover yourself inside a stillness so vast that it feels infinite, as if it had no beginning and no end. Breathe slowly. Inhale deeply, release the air gently. The silence moves with your breath. It does not press. It does not demand. It simply adjusts to the natural rhythm of your body. Every inhale expands the feeling of lightness. Every exhale dissolves hidden tension. Gradually, you realize that this silence is not the absence of sound but the deepest music that has ever existed. Imagine yourself surrounded by distant stars. They shine but make no noise. They appear motionless to your eyes, even though each one pulses with life. Space is so wide that your mind cannot measure it. And within that vastness, there is a calm that grows, like a serene ocean into which you can dive without fear. Inside this silence, thoughts begin to slow. What once felt urgent no longer matters. The memories of the day fade, like clouds carried away by the wind. What remains is only you and the vast stillness that welcomes you. Here, there are no demands, no tasks, no weight. There is only the present, soft, light, eternal. Feel your body looser, as if every muscle has found a place to rest. Shoulders drop gently. The face relaxes. The mind, once full of voices, now becomes still, like a crystal-clear lake reflecting only the brightness of the stars. Notice how this silence is neither cold nor distant. It is warm, protective. It feels as though the universe itself has leaned closer to offer you an invisible embrace. An embrace made of calm, stillness, and trust. In this space, there is no fear, no insecurity, only comfort. The more you dive into this silence, the more you perceive that it is infinite. There are no walls, no boundaries. You could travel within it forever and still discover new layers of peace. It is as if every part of the universe were created only to sustain this moment of rest. And within this immensity, something awakens in you, a sensation of belonging. You understand that you are not a stranger here. You are part of it. The silence that surrounds you also exists inside you. It has always been there, waiting to be rediscovered. This silence becomes a mirror. Looking inward, you perceive that you too can be as vast, as tranquil, as infinite as the universe. The outer space and the inner space meet, both equally deep, equally serene. There is no rush. There is no destination to reach. Only the experience of being here, embraced by infinite calm. The silence of the cosmos merges with the silence of your heart. And in that union, a serenity is born that cannot be described in words, only felt. Allow yourself to rest in this invisible mantle. Allow yourself to trust in this borderless space. Because within this absolute silence, sleep is already drawing near. It arrives without being called, as a natural part of the peace that surrounds you. And when the black hole's song appears, you will already be ready to hear it. Because before the melody, there is silence. A silence that is not emptiness, but fullness. A silence that does not distance, but embraces. A silence that does not end, but expands forever. Let the silence wrap itself around every part of you. Take a deep breath in, release it slowly, and notice how within this infinite stillness something begins to shift. At the very heart of this serene space, a vibration arises, almost imperceptible. It is not a common sound, not like any voice, any instrument, any echo you have ever known. It is something different. It is an invisible note that seems to be born not only outside of you but also within your body. This note is not only heard with the ears. It is felt. It moves across your skin like a gentle breeze, flows through your muscles, reaches your bones, and embraces every cell. It is like a delicate wave, capable of aligning everything in harmony. You inhale, and the note seems to grow. You exhale, and it stretches even further. Gradually, feel how your breath begins to adjust to this vibration. You do not force anything. It happens naturally. Your chest expands in the rhythm of the melody, and the air leaves you in perfect harmony with this cosmic music. Your heart follows the same rhythm. It beats more slowly, more gently, as if it has found the perfect tempo for rest. This first invisible note is simple and yet infinite. It has no hurry, no beginning, no end. It simply exists, filling space and your inner being with serenity. It feels as though the universe has chosen the exact tone your soul needed to hear tonight. Feel this vibration expand. It is not confined to you. It spreads outward, across space, touching the stars, dancing among the galaxies. Yet at the same time, it remains intimate, close, designed just for your rest. That is the greatness of this note. It is cosmic and personal at once. It is the whole universe and, at the same time, it is only you. As it resonates, notice how your mind begins to slow. Thoughts that once demanded attention now begin to dissolve, like snow melting under the sun. Every inner word that once carried weight now fades away. The invisible note does not demand silence, it creates silence within you. It does not fight the voices of the mind, it transforms them all into calm. Imagine that this vibration is a golden line, invisible to the eyes but clear to perception. It connects the infinite space to your heart. It stretches from one end of the cosmos to the other and passes through the very center of your being. You feel that you are connected to everything, but without effort, without weight, only with lightness. With every moment, this note becomes more present. Not because it grows louder, but because you surrender to it more deeply. The less you try to listen, the more you hear. The more you relax, the stronger it becomes. It is as if the music is not outside of you but part of who you are. Allow yourself to be cradled by this first sound. Let it guide your breath, calm your mind, align your body. Feel as though each heartbeat is a response to the song. Feel as though each sigh is accompanied by a gentle wave the universe sends only for you. This is the beginning of the black hole's lullaby. A lullaby that does not frighten, that does not overwhelm, but that welcomes. An invisible melody filling the emptiness of space and the emptiness of thought, transforming everything into harmony. You need do nothing but allow it to continue. Simply be here, present, feeling, surrendering. Because this first invisible note is the promise that more will come, each one designed to cradle your night until deep sleep completely embraces you. And as you breathe in the rhythm of the melody, you begin to realize that you are not just listening to a song. You are already becoming part of it. Feel the first invisible note still vibrating within you. It does not fade, it only transforms. Slowly, another layer of perception opens before your closed eyes. It is as if the universe itself has been waiting for this moment to reveal something that has always been present, the dance of gravity. Imagine that, all around you, stars that once seemed motionless begin to move. But they do not move chaotically. They do not spin without purpose. They follow the rhythm of the melody you are hearing. Each star becomes a particle of light that responds to the song of the black hole, finding within the sound an invisible tempo. See the stars forming slow circles, gentle choreographies stretching across unimaginable distances. Each point of light bends as if bowing to the music. Gravity, once thought of as only a silent force, now becomes part of the cosmic symphony. It leads, it cradles, it arranges the movements into perfect harmony. Notice how even light itself is carried along. Golden rays curve gently, like ribbons of brilliance dancing in the wind. The entire space becomes a stage, every particle learning new steps, all coordinated by the same celestial tempo. Feel this dance moving through you, not as something distant, but as something intimate. Your body is also part of this unseen ballet. Your breath is the movement of the stars. Your heart is the beat that marks the rhythm. Gravity surrounds you, but it does not trap you. Instead, it guides you with tenderness, like invisible hands leading you in a slow and hypnotic dance. The more you surrender, the more you perceive that there is no difference between what happens outside and what happens within. The entire cosmos dances, and you dance with it. There is no effort. There are no steps to memorize. You only need to let yourself be carried. The melody already knows the way. Imagine yourself floating in the center of this spectacle. Around you, millions of stars bend and turn, as if they were candles burning across a dark ocean. They do not compete with one another. They do not extinguish. They simply follow, in perfect harmony, as though they had been created for this very moment. Feel how this image creates peace within you. The dance of gravity shows you that there is no chaos, only hidden order. Even when everything seems dark, even when nothing seems to make sense, there is always a secret music organizing the movements. You do not need to understand it. You only need to trust it. More and more, this dance draws closer to you. Your mind begins to follow it. Thoughts move like stars obeying the rhythm. There is no acceleration, no race. Only flow. Your breath remains soft, and each exhale becomes part of this invisible choreography. Allow yourself to be carried by the sensation that the entire universe is dancing for you. There is no audience, no judgment, no ending. Only the slow, steady movement rocking your night, guiding you toward rest. Gravity, once thought of as weight, now reveals itself as dance. An invisible embrace that surrounds the cosmos and carries you into harmony. And as you let yourself be led, you realize there is no longer any separation between the music, the light, the space, and you. Everything is one, dancing in silence and serenity. Let yourself approach the cosmic darkness that appears before you. There is no fear here. The black hole, so often feared, reveals itself in an unexpected way. Its darkness is not empty, not a threat, not an abyss that devours without return. On the contrary, it shines like a safe shelter, profound, embracing, designed for all weight to disappear. Feel this darkness welcoming you. It is not cold. It is warm, soft, like an invisible cloak wrapping your tired body after a long journey. As you step into this space, you do not sense absence but presence. It is as though every fragment of restlessness is gathered and transformed into silence. The luminous darkness pulses. It emits a light that does not blind but soothes. A subtle glow, almost invisible, spreading in gentle waves. It is a fascinating paradox, a darkness that illuminates. And yet, it is real. The more you surrender to it, the more you perceive that it is not necessary to see with your eyes, because everything can already be felt with your heart. Imagine that every heavy thought, every memory clinging to your mind, every tension collected throughout the day is absorbed by this serene darkness. You do not fight against anything. You simply release. And in releasing, you feel lighter, freer, more at peace. Notice how vast this darkness is. It has no end. But instead of creating fear, this infinity brings safety. You understand that there will always be space for rest, that there will always be room to hold every part of you. No matter how heavy the burden you carry, the luminous darkness can receive and dissolve it all. Feel how it transforms your breathing. As you inhale, you receive the calm of this place. As you exhale, you release all that no longer needs to remain. It is as if the black hole has become the purest of sanctuaries, a place where you can let go of what no longer serves you and keep only what brings serenity. The deeper you sink, the more you discover that darkness is not the absence of life but the cradle of possibilities. It is fertile, creative, mysterious. Within it, everything can be born. Within it, dreams can form like seeds ready to bloom as the night moves forward. Feel how this deep shelter rocks you. It requires no effort, demands no answers, imposes no conditions. It simply receives you, as though it has been waiting for your arrival for a long time. In this space, you can finally rest without resistance, without fear, without barriers. Allow yourself to remain within this luminous darkness. Let it dissolve the last traces of agitation. Let it remind you that the universe is not hostile but compassionate. Let it teach you that even in what seems like emptiness, there can exist fullness. Now, notice how this darkness expands inside you. It is not only around you but also within you. It is the part of you that holds silence, that holds calm, that holds the promise of always being able to return to rest. You carry this space with you, even when you open your eyes. It is eternal, unshakable, infinite. The luminous darkness is a mirror. It shows you that even in the darkest hours of life, there is always a hidden light. A light that does not shine to be seen but to be felt. And in feeling it, you reconcile with silence, with rest, with sleep. Allow yourself to be fascinated by this darkness that does not frighten but enchants. This is the heart of the black hole, not the end, but the beginning of a rest so profound that the universe itself bends to guard it. Feel the cosmic melody approaching you like invisible waves caressing the air. Each slow note finds its way to your breath, as though the universe itself has discovered the exact frequency of your body. There is no effort. There is no demand. Only harmony. Inhale gently. Notice how the air enters without hurry, as if guided by the melody. Exhale more deeply, more freely, as though the weight of the entire day dissolves with every sigh. The song of the black hole seems to know the perfect cadence, slow enough to calm, rhythmic enough to cradle. Each time you breathe in, your body receives calm. Each time you breathe out, your body releases invisible tension. The cycle becomes natural, almost automatic, as if it were impossible to breathe any other way within this cosmic space. Gradually, realize that the melody not only accompanies your breathing but adjusts it. Your lungs seem to expand more smoothly. The air flows without resistance. There is lightness. There is freedom. It feels as though your breath has been waiting for this moment to finally rest along with you. Meanwhile, your heart enters the same rhythm. The beats grow calmer, slower, steadier. Your entire body begins to follow the same tempo, as though being guided in a silent dance. Your breathing becomes the conductor of this intimate symphony, and every cell responds to the invitation of peace. Inhale and feel the freshness filling you. Exhale and feel the sweetness of release. Each cycle of air is like a gentle wave carrying away the excess and returning only serenity. There is no rush. There is no noise. Only the invisible music shaping your breath. Imagine that every inhale is a star igniting within you. Imagine that every exhale is a beam of light drifting away, traveling far, dissolving everything that no longer serves. You become part of the universe's rhythm, to receive and to give back, to breathe in and to breathe out, to live and to rest. The more you follow this flow, the more natural it becomes, until there is no longer separation between you and the song. You breathe in the rhythm of the melody, and the melody merges with the rhythm of your body. This effect is profound. It goes beyond the mind. It calms the muscles, dissolves hidden tension, releases every part that once remained rigid. Shoulders drop gently. The face softens. The abdomen relaxes. The breath flows as though it were the rocking of a calm ocean. And in this ocean, you float. There is no effort to stay above the water. There is no fear of sinking. There is only surrender. Each breath is a wave that sustains you, that rocks you, that comforts you. The song of the black hole continues, but now it seems to be inside you. Each invisible note is like a prolonged sigh, like a melody that is not only heard but breathed. Sound and breath become one. Allow yourself to remain within this rhythm. Allow the melody to guide each inhale and each exhale. Because it is within this gentle flow that sleep arrives, not with force, not with warning, but as the natural consequence of harmony between body, mind, and universe. Now notice how your breath has become so calm, so deep, so steady that even time itself seems to slow. You no longer count minutes. You no longer think of hours. There is only the soft rhythm of life happening within you, cradled by a cosmic song that never ends. This is the effect of the melody on your breathing, to transform the simple act of inhaling and exhaling into a portal for deep rest. Allow yourself to listen more closely to the song that vibrates through space. It is not born only from silence, nor solely from the black hole. Within each note lies something deeper, more ancient, more mysterious. There are echoes of stars that have already faded, forgotten voices of the universe now transformed into comfort and care. Feel how these memories travel toward you. Every gentle tone carries the remembrance of a star that once shone brightly billions of years ago. They never completely disappeared. Part of their light continues to live within this melody, as though they chose to leave not a farewell, but a gift. As you listen, notice how the sound carries a familiar warmth. It is as though the entire cosmos is whispering stories that were never truly forgotten. They are stories of birth, of transformation, of renewal. And every fragment of these memories arrives at your heart, awakening the certainty that you have never been alone. Breathe in slowly and imagine that, within each breath, you are receiving not only air but the memories of the cosmos. Imagine that with every exhale you return gratitude, as though you are connecting to an eternal cycle of exchange with the universe. These ancient voices do not speak in words. They speak in vibrations. They speak in light transformed into sound. They speak in silence transformed into song. And as you feel them, you realize that there is no loneliness in space, because even what is gone continues to exist in another form. Let yourself be cradled by this invisible chorus. These are memories that do not ask to be remembered with sorrow but to be felt as tenderness. With every note, you receive the assurance that there is continuity. What fades never vanishes completely. It always returns, in unexpected ways, bringing new forms of comfort. Imagine that every star that once shone left an imprint within the black hole. These imprints now echo inside you as melody. It is as though millions of silent voices unite only to sing you into rest. The more you surrender to this awareness, the deeper the comfort becomes. The entire universe seems to whisper, "You are part of us. You have always been part of us." There are no borders between what was and what is. There is no distance between what has vanished and what remains. Feel the comfort of these ancient memories. They transform into an invisible net holding your body and your mind. There is nothing you need to carry alone. The universe itself already knows the weight of existence and offers to hold it for you. Meanwhile, your body relaxes even more. Shoulders drop, muscles loosen, breathing deepens. The melody continues, and every fragment of past stars blends with the present, creating an atmosphere of absolute rest. Now notice how these memories transform into dreams. Each ancient star is a story preparing to be born within your sleep. There is no need to understand. You only need to feel. You only need to trust that this music not only comes from space but is also created for you. Let yourself be rocked by the eternal murmur of the stars. Close your eyes even more deeply and know that, even in silence, you are surrounded by living memories, filled with affection and care. Allow yourself to feel how the presence of this black hole is not a threat but a refuge. It does not open before you as a frightening void but as a cosmic cradle, vast and silent, ready to embrace everything you carry. Imagine every loose thought, every worry that still lingers in your mind, being gently gathered by this space. They do not struggle, they do not resist. They are simply absorbed and transformed into silence. Nothing can pass through this sanctuary. Nothing survives the serenity it creates. Feel how this darkness envelopes you delicately. There is no heaviness. There is no rush. It feels as though invisible arms are holding your very existence, taking from your hands all that you no longer need to carry. The sensation is one of complete trust. You know that here, you are safe. Let your breathing follow this surrender. Inhale softly, as though you are receiving the calm of this infinite space. Exhale slowly, as though you are letting go of every detail you do not need to take with you into sleep. The cosmic cradle keeps everything, so you no longer need to hold on to anything. The more you surrender, the more you perceive that this refuge is unshakable. No worry, no matter how large it seems, has the strength to pass through it. No anxiety finds space to survive here. The black hole gathers everything and transforms it into peace, like a gentle relief spreading through your entire body. Feel how your mind expands within this protection. You no longer need to fight against thoughts. You no longer need to organize anything. Everything is cared for. Everything is held. You can simply rest. Imagine that in this moment, each worry is like a tiny spark vanishing the instant it touches the darkness. There is no sound. There is no conflict. Only dissolution. What once felt restless now becomes absolute silence. This sensation of protection goes beyond the body. It reaches the heart. You realize there is no judgment, no demands, no expectations. Only the quiet care of a space that exists solely to embrace you. And while this happens, sleep approaches. Not as an obligation, but as a natural consequence. The body relaxes. The mind quiets. The heart rests. Everything aligns with the rhythm of serenity surrounding you. Allow yourself to trust. Allow yourself to rest, knowing that nothing can interrupt this moment. No external noise. No old memory. No hidden fear. Everything dissolves within the cosmic cradle. Now notice how this protection is not only external. It also reveals itself inside you. It feels as though within you there is the same sheltering space. A reminder that you can always return here, always find safety, always discover rest. Let yourself be rocked by this certainty. You are held. You are protected. You are at peace. The cosmic melody grows sweeter. It does not rise in volume, it does not press, it does not demand. It only becomes more tender, more delicate, more embracing. It is as though the entire universe has decided to cradle you in a gentle sway, created only to guide you into sleep. Feel how each note is an act of kindness. It touches your mind, dissolves the remnants of worry, fills the spaces where restlessness once lived. Little by little, there is no room left for anything but serenity. Allow yourself to imagine that you are floating on a bed of stars. Each one glows with a soft brilliance, not to illuminate the path, but to create atmosphere. Around you, the darkness is welcoming, and the melody becomes the thread linking you to the rhythm of the universe. With every breath, you feel your body grow lighter. Shoulders release, arms rest, legs find relief. The mind no longer tries to control anything. It is carried like a boat upon calm waters, led by a gentle current that knows exactly where it needs to go. The song does not rush. It accompanies. It is as if it watches your breathing, adjusting itself to the natural cadence of your body. Inhales become lighter, exhales deeper. Sleep begins to approach, discreet, gentle, inevitable. Imagine that space itself is rocking you. Galaxies curve slowly around the black hole, not as a threat but as a silent chorus. Everything moves in harmony, and that dance is an irresistible invitation. Come and rest. Gradually, loose thoughts fade. They do not fight. They simply surrender to the sweetness of the melody. There is no effort to concentrate. There is no effort to fall asleep. Sleep becomes only the natural result of the music rocking every part of you. Feel how the melody creates a safe space. You are protected, embraced, held within an invisible cradle. No external noise has the strength to pass through this serenity. Nothing can break this atmosphere of welcome. Now notice how your heart responds. It beats more slowly, more steadily, more calmly. It is as if it too is listening to the song. Each beat echoes in harmony with the melody, reinforcing the sense that body, mind, and universe have aligned in the same rhythm. Let yourself be rocked without resistance. Imagine yourself falling asleep in the lap of the cosmos, like a child finding peace in the embrace of invisible arms. That is the essence of the invitation, not to persuade, not to force, but to gently lead you into deep rest. With each moment, sleep draws nearer. You realize you no longer need to think. You no longer need to decide. The universe does this for you. The melody already knows the way. All you need to do is remain here, listening, breathing, feeling. And when your eyes finally close completely, you will know that it was not you who sought sleep. It was the universe itself that found you and embraced you, in response to the invitation of the melody. Close your eyes more deeply and realize that the black hole you have been listening to until now does not exist only in the distant cosmos. It also lives within you, as a secret point of calm that can be accessed at any moment. This space does not depend on stars, nor galaxies, nor the vastness of the universe. It is intimate, silent, and it has always been inside you, waiting to be discovered. You do not need to travel to infinity to find it. You only need to dive into yourself. Imagine that at the center of your being there is a small luminous darkness, as deep as the universe itself. It is not a frightening darkness. It is welcoming, soft, protective. Every time you inhale, this darkness expands. Every time you exhale, it wraps everything in serenity. This space is indestructible. No worry can erase it. No external noise can penetrate it. It remains intact, silent, unshakable, ready to receive you whenever you need to rest. Notice how, as you close your eyes, you are already closer to it. The melody that once seemed to come from the cosmos now reveals its true origin. It has always been within you. The universe only reminded you of the path. Feel how this secret point holds all the answers you never needed to search for. It does not speak in words. It speaks in silence. It does not show images. It shows peace. It does not bring weight. It dissolves the weight into calm. Allow yourself to rest in this inner space. The deeper you go, the more you realize that it has no bottom. It is infinite. It is as vast as the starry sky itself, but it does not exist outside, it exists within you. Here, nothing is required. Nothing is demanded. You do not need to be anything other than what you already are. The space within yourself does not judge, does not pressure, does not reject. It only welcomes. It only reminds you that there will always be a safe place to return to, even when everything around you feels uncertain. Imagine that with each inhale, you dive deeper into this space. Imagine that with each exhale, the space expands even more within you, as if reminding you that it has always been there, guarded, available, eternal. This secret point is like a personal refuge. It is an invisible temple where time does not exist, where worries do not enter, where only rest has a place. Now notice how this awareness soothes your mind. The body relaxes even further. The breath becomes a gentle flow, almost imperceptible. Sleep approaches as the inevitable result of so much inner silence. It does not matter what happened today. It does not matter what may happen tomorrow. This space will always be within you, always ready to receive you, always ready to embrace you. Let yourself be cradled by the certainty that you do not need to search for peace outside. It already lives in you. It already is you. This is the true secret of the black hole's song, to show you that the cosmos and the heart are reflections of one another. The infinity outside is the same infinity you carry within yourself. And whenever you wish, you can return to this space. All it will take is closing your eyes, breathing deeply, and allowing yourself to hear the silence that holds the eternal song. At the heart of the song, time loses all meaning. Clocks do not exist here. Hands do not move. Minutes and hours dissolve the moment the melody touches you. What remains is only now, only rest, only peace. Feel how this absence of time does not create fear, but relief. There is no rush to fall asleep, no urgency to awaken. You are wrapped in a serenity that suspends every need to measure, to count, to control. Everything simply happens, in the natural rhythm of the song. Each note is a gift that depends neither on past nor future. Each sound exists only in the instant it vibrates, and that instant is enough. You do not need to cling, you do not need to anticipate what comes next. You only need to feel what is already here, filling your body and your mind with calm. Imagine that before you there was an hourglass. Now, grain by grain, the sand dissolves in the air, like luminous dust carried away by music. There is no more limit, no more measurement. Only a continuous flow of serenity expanding within and beyond you. Notice how even your body responds to this dissolution. Tension in the muscles finds no reason to remain. The heartbeat slows and no longer marks the passage of seconds. The breath becomes a gentle river, flowing without destination, only moving freely. Time, which so often felt like a weight, now becomes lightness. It ceases to be a line, ceases to be a clock, ceases to be a demand. It becomes an infinite circle, with no beginning and no end, with no before and no after. Only eternal presence. Allow yourself to dive into this state. Nothing from the past can reach you here. Nothing from what has yet to come matters in this moment. There is only now. There is only rest. There is only the peace the melody creates as it dissolves the hours. Feel how this perception brings relief to your mind. Thoughts once trapped in memories or future concerns drift away like leaves carried by the wind. They no longer have strength. They no longer have a place to settle. Time has ceased to exist, and with it vanished the chains that once held your mind. Imagine yourself floating in a space with no direction. There is no east, no west. There is no day, no night. There is only a serene mantle, wrapping you in safety. You rest in the heart of this silent eternity, not counting anything, not expecting anything. The more you surrender, the more you realize that sleep is natural here. It does not have a fixed hour. It simply arrives, as part of this endless now. You do not need to ask for it. You do not need to force it. It is already the inevitable result of silence and the dissolution of time. Now notice how the absence of time creates space for dreams. They arrive like gentle waves, each bringing images that do not need to be measured or explained. Only felt. Only lived. And in this state, you understand that there is no end to rest. Whenever you return to this space, you will find the same eternity waiting. No matter what happens outside, here inside, time always dissolves, and what remains is peace. Now is the moment to let go of everything. Allow every part of your body to rest completely. There is nothing you need to do. There is nothing you need to control. Simply trust that the cosmic song knows the way to guide you into deep sleep. Feel the weight of your body disappear. Legs, arms, shoulders, everything becomes lighter, as though gravity itself has been gently suspended. You no longer need to hold on to anything. The universe holds you. Imagine yourself floating in an ocean of stars. The melody guides your movement, carrying you effortlessly, as if you were a vessel on a gentle current drifting toward ever calmer waters. There is no destination. There is no rush. Only surrender. Breathe in slowly, feeling the freshness of calm. Breathe out gently, feeling the relief of release. Each breath is a deeper step into absolute rest. Little by little, the mind grows quiet. Thoughts drift away like dust carried by the cosmic wind. They do not vanish harshly, they simply dissolve, as though they were never there. Now, notice how there is no longer a separation between you and the song. You do not only hear it, you are part of it. Every heartbeat blends with the notes. Every movement of breath flows in harmony with the music. Allow yourself to trust completely. You are safe. You are held. There is nothing to fear. The black hole, once imagined as an abyss, is now the cosmic cradle rocking you into deep sleep. Feel yourself being carried deeper and deeper. The body floats. The mind rests. The heart is at peace. You no longer need to hold on. You no longer need to resist. You no longer need to wait. All you need is to allow yourself to go. Sleep comes as the inevitable consequence of this surrender. It does not demand. It does not force. It simply enfolds you, like a gentle wave covering all of you, bringing silence, bringing peace, bringing the rest you deserve. Imagine, in this moment, that you are falling asleep in the lap of the universe. The cosmic song is the rocking that carries you. You are free from weight, free from noise, free from time. Everything dissolves into rest. Now, there is no more effort. Only the serene floating. Only the certainty that you are being carried into deep sleep, safe, protected, rocked by the eternal song. The melody you have heard until now does not vanish. It does not fade, it does not disappear, it does not dissolve into the silence of the universe. It remains alive, echoing through space and within you, like a promise of return. Every time you close your eyes, it will be possible to come back to this secret point of your inner cosmos. Feel how this realization brings comfort. You do not need to fear that the peace you reach tonight will slip away. Each night, whenever you desire, the path back will be open. The song does not belong only to the distant stars, it also belongs to your heart. Imagine yourself keeping this melody in a safe place within. It is always available, like a soft beacon of light, guiding you again and again toward deep rest. No matter what happens in the external world, this melody remains untouchable. Allow yourself to feel this certainty. It is like holding a magical key that opens the same door every night. Each time you step through, you find the same welcoming silence, the absence of time, the cosmic song rocking your breath. The promise of return is also the reminder that you are never alone. Even when the day is full of noise and distractions, your inner space will always be waiting. It does not vanish, it does not close. It only waits for the moment to be accessed again. Notice how this understanding dissolves anxiety. There is no risk of losing this refuge. It is eternal. It does not depend on circumstances. All it takes is closing your eyes, breathing deeply, and surrendering once more to the melody. Now feel how your body relaxes even further just from knowing this truth. Muscles soften, the mind rests, the heart finds comfort. You can sleep peacefully, because you know you can always return, as many times as you wish. Imagine yourself already preparing for this return. Tomorrow, or the day after, or any night at all, you will once again choose to surrender. And when you do, you will find that nothing has changed. The black hole will still be singing, the song will still be rocking, and you will still be held. This continuity is a gift. It shows you that peace is not fragile, not rare, not limited. Peace is repetitive, constant, infinite, and always within reach. Allow yourself to trust fully in this promise. There is no rush. There is no demand. There is no obligation. Only the certainty that you can always return. Now feel how sleep draws even closer, as though it wants to confirm the promise. It arrives lightly, softly, inevitably. You do not need to call it, you do not need to request it. It simply emerges, because you have already surrendered. And when you finally drift into sleep, you will carry this melody with you. Even in dreams, it will continue to play, reminding you that you will never be without refuge, never without rest, never without peace. May the dreams you gather from the melody of this black hole be light and serene. Allow yourself to carry this cosmic song with you as a secret gift, a treasure that can always be reached whenever night arrives. Each note is an invitation to calm, each vibration a reminder that you carry within yourself an eternal space of rest. Feel how sleep already surrounds you, as if the universe itself had chosen to cradle your breath until body and mind fully sink into deep rest. There is no rush. There is no demand. Only the present moment, only rest, only peace. Now, let yourself be carried even further. Imagine yourself drifting once more across the stars, floating toward the silence you already know. The black hole continues to sing, and it will always sing, because this melody never vanishes. It echoes inside you, ready to guide your dreams every time your eyes close. As sleep draws closer, remember that this is only one of the many paths you can walk. There are countless other worlds, countless other stories, countless other songs waiting for you. Each one opens a different door, each one offers the chance to rest more deeply than before. If you wish to return to this secret space of the universe, subscribe to the channel and allow new stories to guide your steps whenever night falls. Just as the cosmos is infinite, so too are the journeys you may live within your dreams. By subscribing, you ensure that there will always be a new song waiting for you. There will always be a narrative capable of dissolving worries, relaxing the body, and guiding the mind into silence. It is like receiving the key to a secret garden of rest, one that never closes and forever renews itself. Let each night become an opportunity to return. Each video is an invitation to rediscover yourself, to hear new melodies, to uncover new sanctuaries where calm becomes inevitable. And remember, here, you are never alone. The entire universe sings with you. Each story is written for you. Each word is crafted so that your mind may find serenity. Each pause is created so that your body may sink into deep sleep. Now, release everything. Inhale gently, exhale slowly. Sleep is already within you. It arrives as the natural result of surrender. Let yourself be guided, let yourself be cradled, let yourself rest. Good night. May your dreams be light. May your rest be deep. May the melody of this black hole stay with you until morning.